So I ended up having to push the car
Oh
myself
boy.
out of this little thing that I was stuck in, and I got completely covered in mud. I had to go home and change.
Sorry about that.
Charlie. Anyway, we live and we learn, don't we? Today, I'm excited because this minister hardly ever grants interviews.
Hmm.
I can't say I've watched two, exclusive interviews of his anywhere since he became Attorney General, which is understandable. Attorney Generals tend to keep a lot close to their chest.
Yeah.
But he spoke to me for over an hour.
And some of the things he said.
Yeah, I mean, look, check this out.
We get such representations all the time, such offers of inducement and even threats on our lives. I can show you many on my phone. It's not just galamsey or financial offenses, but even murder. Some cases I've actually had to report under security and for my security to be reviewed and all.
Tough job.
Yeah, but it's just that you don't think about the Attorney General getting threats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who has the gall, the testicular fortitude to threaten the Attorney General that if you investigate this Galamsey case, I'll kill you?
But it's happening.
Yes, so it tells you the amount of money and the levels at which these Galamsey kingpins are.
Yeah.
They are not afraid of the Attorney General.
They're clearly not afraid.
No, they're not. And maybe there's a reason why they are not afraid. Maybe they know who their friends are. And compared to the Attorney General,
He's a nobody. Wow. That's revealing.
Anyway, we'll bring you the whole interview today. And you just listen. You listen and tell me what you think afterwards. I had a fascinating time.
I'm going to be tuned in. I'm going to be listening.
Absolutely.
Keenly.
Absolutely. All right. So we're grateful to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. They're the ones who brought us the 6 a.m. news. And now, the Joy Business Report comes to you thanks to Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Ghana Cedi expected to record gains against the dollar and other major foreign currencies this week. As the progress of IMF deal favorably impacts on the market, also cost of living could go down following a 10% reduction in transport fares from Wednesday, and customers of collapsed Gold Coast Fund Management Company threatened to picket the Securities and Exchange Commission again to demand their locked-up funds. Details coming up. Great to be with you this Tuesday morning. My name is Daryl. Kwawu. First up, the Ghana Cedi is expected to record gains against the dollar and other major foreign currencies this week as the progress of the International Monetary Fund deal favorably impacts the markets. That's a session by most analysts. Here's more in this report.
The cedi strengthened by 5.3% yesterday, the most since April 3 according to Bloomberg. It's actually gained 5.0 pesos to the American greenback on the retail market to sell at 11 cedis, 90 pesos. The local currency traded sideways in the early part of last week, but managed to gain some stability following an announcement regarding debt relief by Ghana's external creditors, which is crucial for the country to receive approval from the board of the International Monetary Fund. The cedi also benefited from the Bank of Ghana's foreign exchange support, resulting in a 0.21% week-on-week appreciation against the dollar. It also climbed 0.77% against the euro, but remained unchanged against the pound. If the trend continues, the local currency will reverse the losses experienced at the beginning of this year.
Meanwhile, the Forex Bureau Association of Ghana is predicting fair stability of the local currency following a financing assurance secured from Ghana's external creditors under the G20 Common Framework to help restructure Ghana's debt. According to the association, the currency market is already witnessing some significant stability. Currently, the cedi is selling at 11 cedis 90 pesos to the dollar at various Forex bureaus. Now, speaking to Joy Business, Vice President of the association, Dr. Alex Akpabli, is hopeful a successful IMF deal will show up the value of the cedi.
You see, we wish ourselves well that the Ghana economy will be sound, it will be robust, and therefore, if it happens, as we are praying that we happen to secure this 3 billion loan from the IMF, I think to cushion us, I think, well, it will help businesses, okay? As we speak now, most businesses are struggling, and therefore, if it is a case that this money comes in and it will open more, it will put more confidence in our economy, I think it will be a good news for all of us. And so, yes, business, we as the bureaus, we are only praying that the good thing happens.
Vice President of the Forex Bureau Association of Ghana, Dr. Alex Akpabli. Let's turn to the currency market, get you the latest updates from there. Like indicated, the dollar going for 11 cedis 90 pesos on the forex or retail market. The pound this morning selling at 14 cedis 80 pesos, and the euro going for 12 cedis 50 pesos. Now, government says it has made significant progress towards securing $900 million from the World Bank to support projects outlined in the 2023 budget. This will be in addition to the $3 billion that Ghana will get under the IMF program. The country is expected to receive further financial support from other donors since once it gets approval, for the IMF program. Now, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam is Minister of State at the Finance Ministry and has been given more details about this World Bank support.
Will be disbursed in equal installment of $300 million a year, and so for the next 3 years, whilst the IMF is disbursing the $3 billion, the World Bank will also be disbursing $900 million $300 million each year. The World Bank has also committed to support the Financial Stability Fund with $250 million and then also we are talking to the Africa Development Bank to also support the fund up to about $100 million We are hoping that other development partners will come forth to support our economy.
Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Mohamed Amin Adam, speaking on a PM Express Business Edition, which will air this Thursday. Now, the cost of living in the coming days could go down. This follows the announcement by transport operators of a 10% reduction in transport fares from Wednesday. Now, prices of petroleum products are also expected to fall marginally at the pumps beginning today. Here's George Affe with more.
Fuel and transport fares have been one of the major drivers of the general price levels of goods and services in the country, as well as the cost inputs for most items sold on the market. Therefore, based on these developments, it is likely that in the coming weeks, prices of some goods on the market may be reduced. This may help to drive down the cost component of most businesses in the country, a development that may result in that benefit being passed on to consumers. The Ghana cedi has also started making some strong gains against the US dollar on the market, a development that may help to reducing the cost of some items sold in the country. There are some who have argued that with Ghana now close to getting an IMF program, maybe the country is not getting onto that recovery path, which may lead to things stabilizing in the economy.
George Affe with that report. Also in the news this morning, customers of collapsed Gold Coast Fund Management Company say they will have no other option than to seek another police permit to picket the premises of the Securities and Exchange Commission again. Now, the warning comes after the group said they are yet to receive response from the SEC 2 weeks after picketing their office. Now, speaking to Joy Business, convener of the aggrieved customers, Charles Nyame, said they will try again to reach the SEC, and if all efforts to get their locked up funds fail, the customers will resume picketing.
It is quite unfortunate that Up till now, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Ministry of Finance, and the government at large have not responded to the petition that we, the customers of Gold Coast Fund Management, who have gotten our funds locked up for the past 5 years, submitted to them last 2 weeks during our picketing at the premises of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Upon receiving the petition from us, the Securities and Exchange Commission assured us in media camera that they are going to work things to make sure that our monies are paid to us as soon as possible. We gave them a 1 week timeline to hear a positive feedback from them on the payment of our money. That 1 week was due last Thursday, that is on the 11th of this May. But up till now, we've not heard anything from them.
Convener of the aggrieved customers of collapsed Gold Coast Fund Management Company, Charles Nyame. Now, African mining giant Engineers and Planners has signed a $230 million Caterpillar equipment financing with the Monso Group of Dubai and Egypt. The list of equipment under this facility include 50 units of CAT 785. Other equipment includes water bowsers, fuel bowsers, and backhoes. The agreement signed between the mining giant and Caterpillar is significant in changing the face of mining in Ghana and Sub-Saharan Africa. EMP is a wholly indigenous Ghanaian-owned mining and construction contracting company headquartered in Accra. Now, the executive chairman of MultiChoice Group, MTS Patel, has indicated that his outfit has contributed significantly to Ghana's economy over the year whilst helping reduce unemployment situation in the country. According to him, his company has employed over 4,000 people in Ghana since it began operations some decades ago. He was speaking at the launch of the company's 30th anniversary celebration in Accra.
Since inception 30 years ago, MultiChoice has cumulatively invested about $1.3 billion in Ghana. This figure is an aggregate contribution comprising $44 million annually to the GDP of Ghana. Our local tax and regulatory contributions amount to about $15.8 million per annum, with an additional $22 million in content spend. On the job creation side, the popular Akwaba Magic Channel has added 1,500 jobs in our commissioning and licensing value chain, adding a total of $2.7 million annual value to the local creative industry. Overall, our employment contribution exceeds 4,000 people with a much broader beneficiary matrix.
Executive Chairman of MultiChoice Group, MTS Patel, and in the Joy Business Report. Before we go a look at the commodity market, crude oil went up marginally to open trading at $75 a barrel. Gold lost more than $2, is selling at $2,014 an ounce. Cocoa is trading this morning at $2,980 a ton after losing $6 from yesterday's trading. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Thanks for listening, everyone. And in Imbura news this morning.
Yes.
Imbura brings food from home nowadays.
Hey.
In a food flask.
Oh, wow.
I was shocked.
Oh.
And so I inquired. And then he said, well, now he wakes up early at 3 a.m. to cook before coming to work, which is unbelievable.
So he wakes up early to cook himself.
He
Wow.
says.
So, that's interesting. He doesn't want to disturb anyone else. So
That's what he says. And so I pressed for some more information. I said, in fact, I'm going to go home with you. You're going to show me how you cook this. And he says, when you go home, you find my younger sister.
Hey.
His younger sister. And I told him I was going to say this on air today. Then he says, okay, no,